Hey there! Back in the episode 3 or during episode 3 or not in episode 3 or whatever, that I'm going to say that I have been admitting that episode works takes longer than what they can usually do. And that was okay, because some of you are patient, but not, and some of you aren't patient. And it's the reason why is because some of you are more into the social media or any videos that were short about cars. Well, I do have news for you, frankly. And while the bit of the footage I've been talking about during the stuttering part is that I admit that I play Forza Motorsport 2023. Yes, I can say that, but I want to also admit that because some games are bought and hated, like the Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6, and this is the part 2, they're more advertised as a special episode in GT Motorsport rather than this one that was about to announce, but I've yet to say so. This was because not all people cares about the test drive in the daily car segment, like the same as the celebrities though, unless the celebrity that we actually care about. Well, I would love to mention it, but you're free to mention it anyways too. But favor the celebrities that people will love, as usual, and anyone can hate it, because what I've meant about the show format being compared to the media format that I've been talking about is that I was thinking of an alternate solution or alternative solution I was about to say is that because the people were waiting for me to like work more episodes than do anything else, I actually thought why not just test the audience limits to see what they favor about. And what you can answer is Forza Owners Club. Basically, the title that I've came up with is just a favor on people that own old Forza games or Forza games that were used to be on sale until it's off sales due to licensing issues. And that is because what happens the last time on Forza Horizon 4, it went off sale for licensing reasons. And the Owners Club part is because, well, they made up people who own the game. They made up people who own a very specific cars for a very specific people. I say either one car that is obscure or another car that is also obscure, or multiple lineups of the cars that was also obscure, or maybe just a brand full of cars that was just like for specific people. Or maybe even like a same car that everyone's used to, but to extent more often. And I say that it depends on what owners club that you're looking for. It's either welcoming or not welcoming. Well, honestly, you might be better off with not the part where you don't feel welcome unless they actually welcome you, because they're usually stupid and very rude, as far as I know. But beyond that is just more likely to be one thing about Forza Owners Club, and that is the format is different to the GT Motorsport show format. That is, simply put, it's a social media format, or media format if I prefer to say. And why is that? Well, again, this is because people were impatient and they don't often care about what they wanted, because they wanted it in time, and not knowing that people wanted quality over quantity. I mean, some people, yeah, as far as I know. And yes, what you gotta say is you favor the other things, and then you give them an example of favoring the others over the top of the Unity quality. And why should I say that? Well, this one here is just the quantity part, and that is because because it does what usually the people make videos on cars. Well, reviews, talking about cars, car-related stuff. Let's say, for instance, news or whatever, like what I've done on the sport or stuff, on the news stuff, or whatever that is. You can say. You can even mention about like the actual motorsport-related things, or in general, or even cars in general. Like, for instance, is something controversial happening about F1 or whatever that is controversial coming up in like a BMW, let's say. But for now on, Forza Owners Club focus on Gran Turismo and Forza games. But I mostly focus on Forza Motorsport branch as a whole. Mainly it's because sim physics though. But I don't blame you if you like Forza Horizon though. But as long as you don't complain about the physics in Forza Motorsport for reboot, you should be fine. But if you're not, you're delusional. Now, on the other hand, but perhaps at the same time, I still provide the same segments I've done from the GT Motorsport, with the exception of two things. Test drive in a daily car. No one cares about it, of course. Because it's in Premiere, they're most likely mute it because they don't care about it. Probably. That's what I feel like. But at the same time, and the new second hand, they ask themselves, what's the big deal? And then they answer, no idea. But either way, think of what Forza Owners Club is inspired from. Maybe Drive Tribe, maybe any car social medias that aren't even sold out. Maybe even like better car YouTubers that can like be based on. Now, hopefully not narcissists, and maybe based on like any article of reviewing cars. You know, for instance, reviewing the Vauxhall Lotus Carlton 1990. I say that this car is good for training about any tracks in Forza Motorsport. From 2 to the reboot. And yes, believe me, this might be the reused model from the Xbox 360 days. But I'm used to it because of the PS2 standard one. But if it's genuinely inaccurate, what's up with that? So what's good about the Forza Owners Club? It is more frequent. And yes, believe me, it can be more into like modern games though, like this here too. But be aware that OBS is not good with this game too, so it's prone to stuttering. So get used to it. What I can say, fair chance, in your favorite games that can still be in Forza Owners Club, I say you're more likely to see the same way as GT Motorsport. 2, 4 from Gran Turismo, 2, 3, 4 from Forza Motorsports, and the same way as that other two games too, being a modern standard for what we hate about it as well. Oh, and here's what I thought about the Lotus Carlton as the good thing about being a training car. You're familiar with it. Now, I'll think about like a different training car though, because this one is a little bit different compared to the GT Motorsport. But I'll tell you later. Anyways, we'll stop there, and then take care, then pause. We're done talking here. Anyways, let's get back to the talking part about additional information about the training cars. Anyways, that's enough of anyways. Let's get going.